They got me, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, they got me. Maybe some of you guys know, maybe some of you guys don't know. A little over a month ago, I got back from Japan. Life-changing trip. Wanted to go to Japan my whole life, study Japanese culture, all of that. I already kind of touched on it a little bit. Yeah, you guys get the point. Overall, it was a beautiful, amazing trip. And I will go into a little bit more detail in other videos about the trip in regards to specific things that I want to talk about. I know there's one video in particular that I want to make about something that I didn't really like so much. But other than that one thing, I will be honest, like, I really enjoyed my time. I went to Tokyo and I went to Hakone, which is, obviously Tokyo. Like, really, nigga, you don't know what Tokyo is, bro? Go open up a fucking textbook. And Hakone is like the countryside, mountainous, Studio Ghibli vibes, like the more more nature centric part of Tokyo. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I recommend you guys go. But it was a great trip once again. Learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about other places, everything pretty much I thought it would be, and quite frankly, a little bit more. Now, if you guys don't know, there's this concept that I see going on around social media, particularly that apparently is very real because most people that go to Japan experience it, called post-Japan depression, or, post-trip depression in general. But Japan in specific is just such an enjoyable country for a lot of people to where it has its own subcategory of that specifically for Japan. And I'm gonna be honest, it's real. Most of the people that I've talked to that went to Japan say that they got it. One of my friends that I went with basically went through an existential crisis after coming back. And, I'm not going to go into detail on her business, but like, shit is real, bro. Like, post-Japan depression is a very, very real thing. It's crazy. It consumes people. It's bad. It's really bad. But the idea is just like, yeah, Japan was so enjoyable that when you come back, you're just mad to be home. Like, Japan was so much better than the monotonous reality of your shitty ass life where you live. It's just a very real thing people go through, right? I first got back from Japan. I felt pretty normal, at least for the first week or 2 weeks. I was kind of happy to be home. I'm a very home and comfort oriented person. I can't be away from home for too long. Well, in Japan, I felt pretty fine because, at least for me, Japan felt like home away from home. Like, it didn't feel like anything that wasn't familiar or anything. It felt very, not natural, but like, once again, I'm very into Japanese culture, so in a lot of ways, I knew what to expect, and like a lot of things that are synonymous with my childhood pretty much exist in Japan. So there was a degree of comfort while I was there. Most of the discomfort just came from, you know, planning and making sure you're on schedule. We had to move around a lot. That was like the most of the stress that I really went through there. And among maybe like a little other things, but overall, it was pretty nice. But the point is, when I got home, it felt pretty normal. I was happy to be home. I had to be able to go back home to kind of connect and then go back into the streets. Like I said, my friend, she had her own things that she dealt with after coming back from Japan. And she asked me like, oh, did I get hit with post-Japan depression? And no, I really didn't. I felt pretty normal, honestly. But the thing is, I kind of just got back and didn't really want to go anywhere. Just kind of stayed in the house. Everything was good. But man, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, bro. The depression is low-key getting to me now. Like, it's hitting me. It's hitting me now, and not in like an extreme way to like I'm really depressed or whatever, or I'm just like moping around the house. But it's just like, because now I'm living and being regulated back into everyday life. By comparison, my life compared to what I experienced in Japan is just so much shittier. It is. And there's a lot of ways. I'm going to go into detail on what specific parts, but just to give you guys a brief comedic synopsis, but also an anecdotal synopsis so you can understand where I'm coming from. I live in New York City. New York City and Tokyo are very similar. Like, they're both major cities, a lot of lights, very similar. Once again, going back to why I said I didn't really feel too isolated, or I didn't feel. I felt pretty much at home in Japan. Tokyo feels very similar to New York City. If you live in New York and you've been to Tokyo or Shanghai or any major city, you pretty much, I don't know. I feel like living in New York, no major city really impresses you unless it's like something completely different. Like I'm more impressed by nature than another major city. It's just it all feels very homey to me. And I'm not saying that to take a dig at Japan, but like, bro, Japan is like New York City, but so much better. Like, okay, like not completely right. There's obviously some things that I like better about New York City than I do like about Japan. I can't particularly think of those things right now, but I know they probably exist. Okay, to give you guys the comedic synopsis of like just comparison of New York and Japan, right? New York and Tokyo. Tokyo is like New York, but just way cleaner and safer, and just all the bullshit that you would have to worry about in regards to your safety. There's pretty much just little to none of that in Tokyo. So around the middle of September, right, down the block from me, where I live in New York, is a church, right? Somebody, and most likely a human, definitely a human actually, thought that it would be a good idea to put their ass cheeks up against the brick of the church, the brick wall, and just take a shit, and the shit just kind of like fell slowly down the wall, right? So I just kind of have to look at this every time I step out of the house, like someone took a shit on the church. That happened. That is canonical. That happened, right? A week goes by, it's still there. No one cleans it up. 2 weeks go by, no one cleans it up. 2 weeks go by, I'm damn near ready to leave for Japan, right? I leave for Japan. Took one look at the shit before I left in my Uber to go to the airport. It's still there. I get back from Japan. It's still there. It is now November, the middle of November. Thanksgiving is very close by. It's coming. The government just recently reopened. There's still remnants of that shit on the floor. And it rained a decent amount, right? You think weathering would break the shit down, but like it's still there. There 2 months went by and that piece of shit is still on the church, right on the floor. And I just like, I thought to myself, I was like, yo, in Japan, this shit wouldn't make it into 2 hours because they're just so clean. And if you live in New York, you already know random shit happens all the time. God knows what can happen, right? A lot of major tragedies happened in New York, and I'm not even just talking about the one that happened in 2001. I'm just talking about subway stabbings and just every day shit can go on. In Japan, it just feels like it's so much less of that. You can go out at 3 a.m., go get some ice cream, eat that shit outside, and no one will bother you. You'll be fine. Like you just feel safe. The people there, they're just way more embracive. At least most of the people, right? There were a few complaints that I had, like for example, I feel like in Japan people are a little bit more subject to shove you. Not that they're not subject to shove you in New York, like if you're walking past or walking slow, like yeah, sometimes you'll get shoved, but like it's more, they really try to avoid doing that to you if they don't have to, because niggas will fight you in New York. In Tokyo, I feel like there's less of that culture of like being abrasive and being willing to get into altercations. I feel like a lot of people just kind of shove and push, and they look at you like you're crazy after they shove you. And that's a little weird. There was a few times where like, the nigga in me was like, yo, you gotta crash out about this. But like, obviously I'm in Japan, bro. Like, I'm a civil person. I don't let my emotions get the better of me. It's like, whatever. But people there are nice as hell, man. And I know Japan has its own reasons and lore as to why people are like that, but like even the foreigners that I met, man, like did a decent bit of shopping while you were over there. We went to a clothing store, purchased some shit, right? Met the people there, chopped it up with them. Dude invited me to a party that was happening that night. Went back the next day, bought something else. They served us Wagyu steak, like just like we were like, yeah, damn, like we kind of hungry. They was like, oh yeah, I got you. Came back and got us Wagyu steak and fries. Need I say more? It just felt like everyone is willing to embrace you. In New York, there's a survival mindset, and I completely understand it. Like $2,000 for a room will make anyone feel like crashing out, and quite frankly, any dollar that isn't made that day dollar closer to you being out on the street. So like I get it, but like I feel like that breeds this culture of just like transactional relationships. What can you do for me? Every conversation you have with someone new you meet in New York is like someone trying to gauge what you can do for them. Like, you know this guy? What do you do for what do you do for a career? And it's just like, I get it, it's cool, networking, cool, but it gets tiring sometimes. I don't want to have to think about my social status before I talk to somebody. This is why people come here and they fucking get depressed, because it's just like it's hard to make friends when everyone, or at least a lot of people, have this mindset. Japan, it's like, yo, everyone is just so much more like, I don't care. Like, it's just less pressure. People do nice things for you because that's just the culture. It's not like, oh, it's out of obligation or anything like that. In Hakone, I left like 15 yen on the floor. 15 yen is like what, 5 cents? Dude bagged it up, brought it to me at the reception table. Like, they don't have to do that. It feels good to just genuinely be surrounded by decent people. It's not something that I'm used to, admittedly, other than my own friend group, of course, and my family. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Probably my favorite thing about Japan. It's so fucking cheap, bro. Everything is so fucking cheap. I could cry, bro. Like, you don't understand. In New York, it'll be considered a deal if you can get a meal for $15. And I'm not even talking about like, anytime you go out to eat in New York, you're spending at least $50. And $50 is on the low end, realistically. You leave your house, you take a breath, that's another $50 right there. You're not gonna leave your house unless you're going within a 5 block radius without spending at least $30 to $50. That's just how it goes. Don't even think about going out with friends and getting a coffee or anything. A coffee date itself will run you about $20. Like, it's ridiculous. In Japan, bro, I kid you not, we were at a conveyor belt sushi place, right? I'm literally like, I'm Gokuing these plates, stacking them, stacking them, stacking them. A bunch of plates just stacked on top of the table. I'll leave a fucking anime reference picture in here for reference, right? This shit is so serious. It has me actually editing on this channel. I don't want to fucking do that. Like, I'm gonna show y'all, right? Stacking on plates. And like, the New York nigga in me is just like, damn, I know how much a sushi date in New York could run you. Shitty sushi can run you easily upwards of $40, $30. And I'm talking about like not even fresh sushi. California rolls can run you like $20, $25. So I'm stacking on these plates and like subconsciously I'm panicking because it's just like, oh man, I know how it could get in New York, man. Like, this many plates being stacked up equals at least 3 zeros on the bill. So I'm sitting here like low-key panicking. I'm like, oh man, like, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Nigga, between 4 of my friends, the entire bill of all those plates of sushi came up to $50, split between 4 people. Plus, we got alcohol. That's another thing, bro. Japan, like, bro, one of the hotels we stayed at had a rooftop bar. It was fucking beautiful. I took a TikTok. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, go do that. You could see the video, right? I was literally taking a piss, and then they did a whole view next to me of Tokyo. It was amazing, truly inspirational stuff, right? But I'm talking, we're sitting there downing drinks, getting truffle fries, a bunch of shit like this. And it's not no bullshit rooftop bar either. It looks like something that in New York you wouldn't be able to get into unless you had a 401k. Right? It wasn't any bullshit bar. We left that joint spending like $60, once again split between 4 people, drunk, pre-gaming to go clubbing. Like, it was insane, bro. Everything is so dirt cheap. A lot of people feel like they can't travel in general, but especially to Japan, because they feel like, oh, it's expensive. But like, bro, once you cover that flight, which realistically could be done upwards to 10 months in advance, you don't gotta worry about it, man. Like, everything else is so cheap, high quality, good, delicious food, and not no small quantity either. That's another misconception people have about Japan. The portion sizes aren't terrible at all, and even if they are, my nigga, order more food, bro. You could probably afford it, but everything is cheap as hell. You go to the store, you could get a bottle of Coke, you could get a Pocari Sweat, all of that for like less than $1 to drink something. Like it's ridiculous, bro. The convenience stores in Japan, man, they're everything people were going on about and more. I actually didn't eat as much food in Japan as I wanted to because we were moving around so much, and the convenience and the cheap price of the convenience store just made it so easy to just get lazy sometimes, and I hate that for myself, but like it's too good. Like it was so cheap. So cheap. Take me back, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's just I don't know. What's the point of this video again, man? Listen, bro. Book that fucking flight. Real shit though, bro. I miss it. I miss it. The post Japan depression didn't hit me immediately because I was just kind of inside and you know kind of taking the ease or taking the weight off of my shoulders after the vacation or whatever and shit. Just staying inside, chilling. But like now it's hitting me because I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to go outside anymore, bro. I don't want to have to go outside and spend $50 just because my man said let's go get some coffee or some shit, bro. I don't want to take a girl out on a date and have to spend $70 because I don't want to fucking just walk around and stare at her and talk about what we did today when we could be doing something now. Like it just feels so pointless now, man. It does. I'm paying quadruple the price for a fraction of the quality of what I was getting in Japan, man. And it's just making me reflect and be like, bro, fuck this place, man. And I love New York. I love my city, bro. But let me just cook it real quick, my nigga. I'm obligated to do this. I had an orange Metro card. Y'all probably don't even know what that is, bro. I could talk a little bit of shit about my city, bro. But yeah, man. I miss it, man. I miss the sound of the goddamn train, the cicadas, the fucking crows. I miss it, man. My post Japan depression, it's hitting me. You know, it's hitting me. Not to the point where once again, I'm not having an existential crisis or anything like that, but like, I'm seeing TikToks about Japan still pop up on my page, and like I can't even watch them. They make me too sad. I can't experience that. I know the next time I do that, I'm gonna have to like plan a whole nother trip. I'm gonna have to pull a whole bunch of money out of my ass, and you feel me? That's why I'll need to like this video so I get this channel monetized and shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's I miss Japan, bro. I miss Japan. I don't think anyone should die not having gone to Japan. It's beautiful. People treat you so good over there, bro. Damn, one of the places we shopped at gave us a ride to the next place. It's beautiful, but I've vlogged a little bit of the experience. If you guys want to go watch that, I'll leave the link to my vlog channel down below or something. If I don't do that, maybe y'all care, leave a comment saying like, yo, vlog channel. The vlog isn't that great, but shit, it's there and it's on display. I want to do more stuff like that, but gotta get that interesting life first, or at least do something interesting. I'll be inside all the time. Yeah, it's pretty lonely, but that's besides the point, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. I just wanted to talk about my problems for a second. That's why I made this fucking channel. And let me just hit end so I just will stop talking.